In the heart of the night, where the shadows play, Steve and Michael begin lighting up the way. Abnormal investigations, whispers in the trees. With boots on the ground, I'm chasing mysteries. Shining lights into the dark, unveiling what's unseen. Through the haunting silence, I walk where others dream. I'm on the ancient woods, where legends come alive. I'll uncover the truth, feel the shadows thrive. Footsteps on the trail, echoes in the night, searching for the secrets hidden from the light. Cryptids roam the wild under the moon's embrace. With every rustle in the leaves, I feel their haunting grace. Shining lights into the dark, unveiling what's unseen. Through the haunting silence, I walk where others dream. Among the ancient woods, where legends come alive, I'll uncover the truth, feel the shadows thrive. Each night a new adventure in the depths of the unknown. With passion in my heart, I'll walk this path alone. But with every discovery, I know I'm not afraid. For in the woods of wonder, true wonders are made. Shining lights into the dark, unveiling what's unseen. Through the haunting silence, I'll walk where others dream. Among the ancient woods, where legends come alive, I'll uncover the truth, feel the shadows thrive. So here's to the night, where the strange comes to be. With boots firmly planted on where I'm meant to be.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Abnormal Investigations. Hopefully, everything's going to work out here. We're running a little slow on the computer. Seems to be a little bit of a lag, but hopefully, it will catch up. Nose is going to itch now that I started to come on and talk. I was doing good all day until just now. So, who do we got in chat before we get everything kicked off tonight? Let's say hello to everybody. We got Herbert in chat. We got Miss Michelle McGuire, Lisa C. Lisa's in chat tonight. Good to see you. Candy Wolf is good. It's been a long time, Candy Wolf. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you for being here tonight. Michelle McGuire is in the chat tonight. I had to give her a little trouble earlier. So if y'all see her floating past or anything, just wave at her. We got Nancy here with us tonight, guys. Good to see you, Nancy. Jim to Wild and Beyonder or something like that. I think we got it right. Probably butchered that. Good to see you, Devin. See a lot of faces in here. Lisa Ann, good to see you. Ghost Hawk, good to see you. Randy Petticourt is here tonight. Mr. Randy Petticourt. It's good to see you, Randy. Glad you was able to stop by. So, as y'all know, tonight is going to be one of the first investigations I've done on the channel. We're going to revisit it tonight and kind of see where it takes us. I do have some new information that is going to give us some discussion points, and I also have some theories on some of the new information also. Hey, Mr. Chester, good to see you. Emmy Tongue, good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you. Glad you was able to stop by. And we're going to dive back into this a little bit differently. T-Bone, good to see you. Blue Biddy, good to see you. Mousy, good to see you. And revisit this case. I'm hoping to bring you more information on the case. Sharon kind of put us on the spot tonight. Sharon said we're going to deliver this case like it's never been delivered before. And with that being said, I'm going to bring in my co-host for the night. I got Sky Wonderly with me tonight, and I have Amanda with us tonight. So, hello, welcome to the show, guys. Ladies.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Buddies.
To see ya.
Hi, Sky.
Hi, Amanda. Hello,
Well,
Mike.
I at least owe Sky that because she hurt my feelings before the show, guys. She's been verbally assaulting me before the show, so.
You probably deserved it.
Hello, everybody in chat.
Hello, everyone in chat.
We got Mr. Keith in here also tonight, guys. I'm catching new people as they're coming in. I've seen some old faces that are back. Good to see you guys. Welcome back. And I've seen some new faces tonight. So welcome to both. If what is it they say? If you're new here, welcome, and if you're old here, welcome. Right, Amanda?
Right.
You know where that show comes from, or where that saying comes from, right?
I do not.
Come on. It's a show you watch. Doss Farms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't know you watched that show also.
Yeah, I love that show.
So, ladies, we have a goal to meet tonight, I guess I should say. Sharon Guy has put the pressure on us and said that we're going to deliver this investigation like it has never been delivered before. So,
Well, I'm excited.
So, no pressure.
No pressure
This is
at all.
a crazy case. It is definitely a wild one.
It was one of the first ones I done. It was one of the ones that really caught my attention.
Yes.
I found some things when I first done the case, and there was like I said, I'm not going to say no names. That's not important, but there was two individuals that tried to discredit the investigation whenever I done it. I'm not sure what the intention of that was, but there was a third person that even hit me on this investigation after I had found out something that was never reported. They went and said that they were the ones that found it. And it just turned into a big mess doing this case. Well, after revisiting the case, I found some new things tonight that I had no idea was part of the case, and I had access to things I've never had access to before. So, yeah, we're going to go down that road tonight. I'm probably going to make some people mad. I may make some people mad that work the case because some of the opinions I have now based on the new information. But what do you, Amanda, what do you and Sky know about the case?
I watched your videos today to learn about the case.
Uh-huh.
So I just know that she's a teacher and that she was attacked by an animal in North Carolina.
Okay. Any opinions, theories,
I think
thoughts?
it was a dog man.
Dogman?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Sky? Based on, I don't know what you know about the case, but
It's a very sad case. My sister's a school teacher as well. And I have a soft spot for school teachers. I think they're just eminently just such good people. You know, most of them are tender-hearted people, you know. I mean, there's always the bad ones that we all hate and remember. But for
That's
the
the
most
truth.
yeah,
part, but
had
she
a few of
was,
those.
yes. And you know, she was a Christian school teacher,
Mhm.
and she went to church every Sunday. She was, you know, very faithful. And for something to happen to somebody like her is just so strange and so unusual and so unfair. And what I think it was is also
A dog
cryptid.
man. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what else?
exactly. There's
It
really nothing
screams.
else.
Right, because of the reports on it and the autopsy results on that, and um
And the
just
evidence that it wasn't a dog.
right. Was not, it couldn't, it didn't have the bite mark. And then somebody came in, well, and we'll go through everything, but yeah. So anyway, that's
What
my
what I'll
hypothesis.
what I'll do with the case tonight is we'll go through it, and what you all have listened to and everything, you can incorporate it. And I'm going to bounce some questions off you guys.
For sure.
Do you think? And we'll go ahead and start this off. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it, and we may irritate some people, but so do you think because of her Christianity and what we believe these things were, do you believe that was a reason that it may have done to her what it done to her? Do you think that these things maybe despise maybe a Christian more than what they would a non-Christian? Um, I'll start with that.
You know, it's almost like you want to say yes. They're more apt to go after Christians because of how
Their
far,
faith.
yes, um, just how far from the number scale they are from a Christian. But, you know, I don't know if I'd want my grandmother walking or running early in the morning before the sun rises. You know, I don't think that maybe walking early in the morning or during the dark is maybe the best decision for an older lady.
Yeah.
Um,
It's unsafe.
it's unsafe. I think so. Because, you know, Amanda, you and I both have daughters,
Yeah, exactly.
and I couldn't imagine my daughter saying, okay, well, I'm going to go for a run at 5 in the morning. Like, no, probably let's wait till the daytime.
Or I'm
But,
going with you.
or I'm going with you. Right. So you almost have to wonder if it does go after Christian people. I think that they do know in some sort of sense. because of other conclusions and decisions that I've made through this, but I'm not totally sure. What do you think, Amanda?
I think that she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and something got her.
Yeah.
An opportunist, maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I would like to be able to put the. Of course, I'm a numbers guy. I'm an investigator. I look for patterns and corroboration. So I would like to be able to, and I know there's probably not a way to do this, or if there is, it would be, oh my God. But I would like to be able to put the numbers together as to how many of these attacks involve Christian versus non-Christian people.
Yes, for sure.
You know, build a scale to it, or something at least to
Like a
get
bullet point.
yeah, you know, to have that idea. Or
Mm-hmm.
but when you start talking about going that far into investigations, then you start talking about you're going to need a dedicated, devoted team to
Mm-hmm.
be able to get those kind of statistics and numbers. And unfortunately, I don't have access to that like I used to. I used to have a secretary. I used to have a team,
Mm-hmm.
but it would be interesting, and that's one of the things that I would look at when looking at this case. Is I would want to know how many Christian versus non-Christian attacks. And there's something I knew about this case tonight that really hit home for me. I'm not going to run the end of the show because it would run the end of the show, but there was some very ritualistic things done to her that I was unaware of, and I think a lot of the public was unaware of, that happened to her. When I first read this, it actually blew my mind, because there's some things we're going to go over tonight that is going to link this case to all the other attacks that has happened. And I think it's going to blow your all's mind too. Hard to please guy, thank you very much for that donation. God bless you for that. So let's go ahead and start off with the basics for the people that don't know about this case. So what we're going to do is we're going to present the case from the bare minimum, and we're going to take you through the case and through. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of PowerPointing. I would guess that probably Amanda and Sky are going to pick up on a lot of the other things that we're going to talk about. That I'm mainly going to hit some hard things, and if you guys have anything to add, throw it in there. But we're talking about, like what Sky had spoke about earlier, a 77-year-old female by the name of Brenda Hamilton, North Carolina. The year is 2019. Newport County, actually, North Carolina. Now, this is a haunting case, guys, of a 77-year-old school teacher that was mauled to death by an unknown animal in the coastal North Carolina. It went nationwide whenever this happened. I think it was due to the circumstances of the attack, the catastrophic injuries to the attack. And now what I have found out is there is some mysterious things for this attack. And like what Sky was talking about earlier, she would get up in the early mornings and go on her walk. It's my understanding from the reports that I read, this was not uncommon for her at all. It was a morning routine, nothing out of the ordinary. And whenever I say morning routine, I think that's where we get ourselves in trouble, is whenever we create a routine for a predator to be able to study. Routines in my job were a bad thing. You don't want to have a routine. Hey, Sharon, do you think that whatever attacked her that day, we'll go ahead and throw it out like this. Do you all believe she had been stalked for a while? Or, as Amanda said, do you believe this was just a opportunistic attack that just wrong place, wrong time?
I think it was wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not the best situation for a 77-year-old to be in because, you know, unfortunately, a 77-year-old can be overpowered by basically anything. You know, she could
That's
be
true.
hit by a car, she could be kidnapped. I mean, there's a story in the news recently about that with a grandmother that was
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's just a really sad, unfortunate situation, but you almost wonder if it was a target, if she was targeted.
My opinion, I think she had been stalked. And the reason I believe that she was a, if you will, put it into, the animalistic kind of kingdom, she was a prey that had been stalked, I think, for a little while. And the reason I believe that, I don't want to run this show. We're going to get to that. So when this attack happened, this is where I start getting a little frustrated. The deputies at the scene, they speculated that it could have been a coyote, it could have been wolves, it could have even have been wild dogs. But whenever the DNA evidence comes back, they say, well, all we can say is it was canine in nature. That's all we know. It was a canine in nature. Well, okay, so
Right, and there's very little information out there about this case.
well, I'm
So,
going to spill the beans tonight. I have
yep,
access to some files that have not been released, and we're going to release them for the first time tonight.
Well,
awesome.
they
Um,
also said the prints were too large to be a dog.
they absolutely said that. They, in fact, I believe, if I remember right now, you got to remember, it's been a while since I've done this case. Two pit bulls were taken into custody. The two pit bulls were taken into custody because they had blood on their paws. They later swabbed the dogs' mouths, fur, and did not find any other blood on the dogs. They took fecal specimens. There was no fecal DNA from Miss Hamilton. And the dogs, during the time that they had them, the dogs never they never showed any kind of aggression toward any of the caretakers. So the
Exactly.
dogs were later released. But one of the things that really bothered me is, and if you take it down the rabbit hole and you really go deep into this case, and, we're going to do this tonight like we're trying to present this to a judge. Herbert, you're on the spot tonight. We're presenting a case to you. So one of the things, no pressure, ladies. Not that Sharon didn't give us enough. One of the things that really bothers me is, I don't hold it against me, but I took media relations. Whenever you're wanting to not necessarily hide something, but you don't want to tell the full truth, you give the people enough of the information to allow them to draw their own conclusions, to believe what you want them to believe. That's how you play the game. So whenever they come out, and the deputies, what they're saying here is, the key words you got to look at is, they're throwing speculation into a statement. Speculation means they're not tying themselves down saying this is absolutely what caused it. It is speculated. But to a normal person, if you just hear this statement, you're thinking, okay, oh my God, this 77-year-old woman, she went out for a walk, and oh my God, she was attacked by a coyote or a pack of dogs. How terrible, right? But when you go back and you know how to look at reports, and you know how that's done, you break it down and you look at what they're saying, and what they're saying is speculation, coyote, wolves, or wild dogs. But then the DNA evidence has concluded that the attacker was canine in nature. And if you notice, they're not saying this is a dog, right? They're not saying that. They're
Yeah,
saying it's
exactly.
canine in nature.
Right.
And they're also saying it's speculative at this point. So then also, whenever you break that down even further, we know by the DNA study that Scott Carpenter done that the DNA came back as the mother. We knew who the mother was, but we didn't know who the father was. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you see where I'm going with this. This creature is canine in nature, But to me, they're saying we don't know what both sides of this DNA is. We know part of it's a canine, but we don't know what this other part is, which fits right into the Scott Carpenter, Melba Ketchum study.
But they also
The
said, oh, sorry, Mike.
no, go ahead.
They also said the bite marks didn't match any canine, though.
Exactly. Yeah, the bite marks were off. But even, if you're presenting a case and you want to really get the attention, the bite marks without the evidence of the DNA, it can be argued, right? Because we can say, well, the dog grabbed her from a normal way. The dog slid, the dog ripped, the dog shook his head. But when you put all those together and you look at it, they're telling me they only have one side of the story of what attacked Miss Hamilton right here. They're saying, we know that whatever attacked her, it had canine DNA, but also there wasn't enough there to say what kind of canine it was. Well, if you look at dog breeders, right, horse breeders, Sky will know about that, we can take their blood and we can determine what they are, and we can even AKC register dogs off of their blood. So you're telling me that we have a blood sample, but we can't tell what kind of canine done this? Because I know we have data banks all over that have all of this pre-registered DNA, and what they're telling me, guys, is this is a DNA they haven't seen before, and it's inconclusive, and they don't know what type of canine animal done this, right?
Right. And another issue with this is it's a podot town, and it's very sparse and very little populated in this area. Rural. So again, you're working with probably a small town police station that's
Yeah.
maybe never even seen something like this, and if they have, they're thinking, my God, what the heck is this? But it's funny how those bullet points sort of match up with other cryptid problems and other stories.
Yep.
There seems to be a pattern
Mm-hmm.
in these attacks,
Right.
that they're able to get blood specimens, they're able to get DNA cultures and stuff and have them tested, but they're never able to pinpoint exactly what the canine is.
Because they're covering it up.
I sometimes I even wonder, are these small towns covering it up?
Or do they not know?
Right. Are they just not in the know? And they're
Yeah, I
running
guess
it through their data banks, and it's coming back and it's saying, well, I don't know, say 50% of this comes back that it's a canine, but this other part of the DNA, we don't even know what this is. It's not in the data bank. It's not even supposed to exist. So if it comes back like that, what is the computer going to tell you? It's probably going to come back as unknown canine, inconclusive, probably dirt.
Contaminated.
Yeah, the DNA was contaminated. So
Just always contaminated, isn't it?
Yes.
right. And then what are they going to run with to the media, right? They're going to put out a statement to the media, and they're going to say, well, ladies and gentlemen, we know that a canine type creature attacked her. We just don't know if it was a wolf or if it was a dog or what it was. But in your mind, because we're told that these things are not supposed to exist, we're going to think a dog or a coyote got her. I mean, it's that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push that narrative, which isn't fair to her or her family.
No, it's not.
So there was a lady in this case that I found that has not been spoke about, that I feel is very relevant to the case. Her name is Miss Teresa Sawyer Huffman. She stated that in the neighborhood prior to Miss Hamilton's fatal attack, numerous residents had seen a large black creature that was both bipedal running around the neighborhood. Some even seen it down on all fours, but they said they had never seen a creature that looked like it. Some said it was 7 to 8 foot long, and it was very weird looking the way it would move. It was not fluent as moving like a normal canine, and they said that the front legs were longer than the back legs.
Wow.
Whenever she made this report to the police, it was not taken seriously and was not placed into the main investigation.
See, evidence that only fits their little agenda.
Yeah, because they were coming back with trying to throw in ideas like this could have been a cougar attack.
Yeah, they were saying everything.
Um, did they ever talk about bears in this area?
They talked about a lot of the different wildlife in the area, but for some reason, the authorities in the area were very, very stuck on it was a canine. I don't think they were willing to look at anything else. I think they had predetermined what they thought it was going to be.
Yes, because they
And
were thinking that it could have been a cougar, but then they figured out that the bite marks did not match.
right, and then the DNA comes back, and it's canine. And
Right, exactly. And
And
now
they
that's
said,
the truth.
and they
right.
said also it had rows of teeth, not just teeth, but
Oh,
rows
that's
of
right.
teeth.
Rows of teeth. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. What has rows of teeth? Nothing I know of.
A shark.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a land shark out there?
There's one in Oklahoma because there was a little girl that also sustained bites in southern Oklahoma that when she was taken to the hospital, the doctors could not determine what had bit her because it had rows of teeth.
Yeah, see?
Remember that one? Yeah.
No.
Yes, and the Amazon driver, that poor Amazon driver.
Yeah, that was terrible. You watched that show that I did?
I'm not sure if I watched it on your channel or somebody else's. I
Where,
probably did watch it on yours because I've been
where it
watching you
had
for 2
the
years.
where it had the Amazon truck in the middle of the street? Is that the one? The thumbnail?
Yes.
Yeah, that was mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've done a lot of these. We're going to revisit a lot of these.
Yeah, we need to.
I think we can do better. I think that I failed on some of them, or it's too crazy. Done it too fast.
They were really short.
They were short, wasn't they, Amanda?
Yeah, really short.
But you'd know all about that, right?
Yeah, I would know all about that.
I got to pick on her a little bit. So
I'm short, okay?
Amanda's little.
so
She's cute
another
as can be.
thing that just pisses me off right here, guys. I'm going to be straight honest. This pisses me off. So I also found out, and this is what I had found out that no one else at the time had found out, and I'm not going to take full credit for it. A friend of mine that is a detective helped me find this information, but it was very pertinent to the case. I thought a 911 operator received a call about an upright creature walking bipedally in the field where Brenda Hamilton would later be found in the ditch of water. The 911 operator took it upon his or herself, whoever, they would not release who done it, and dispatched the animal as a misidentified animal when the caller in fact had told her, what I'm looking at is not supposed to be out here and it's walking bipedally. The 911 operator, him or her, whoever took the call, allegedly, when they dispatched it out, they said it was an animal. They took it upon themselves. They're not even supposed to do that. They're supposed to dispatch it as it comes in. Now, we can speculate on this if y'all want to go down that rabbit hole. I mean, I don't see why not. Do you think it's possible that the 911 operator did not speculate or change it, and possibly this was changed later by some other people to fit the
That's
narrative?
possible.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Or she just didn't quite understand and she thought the person reporting it had no idea what they were talking about.
Yeah, that too. Or that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was another lady I found while I was investigating this that she was never brought up either. And I don't know why she wasn't really spoken about, because she, in my opinion, is a professional in her field. I believe her opinion would have been very, very helpful if we would have known this from the beginning. So, are y'all ready for this?
I'm ready.
Everybody got a chair?
Ready. My son said something funny.
Uh-oh.
What?
He said, "Get Ace Ventura Pet Detective on this case."
Yeah.
I just thought you guys would like that.
That's funny. Ace Ventura, pet detective on the case.
Yeah.
He would probably do a better job than what I can with this case, but we're gonna make somebody mad right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you and Amanda run away with this whenever I put it out there. So I'm just gonna lay it out there. And I think a lot of you in chat, and Herbert, I don't know why they didn't talk about this, man. I would have had this in court immediately, but maybe it's because we're not supposed to talk about these things. Western Carolina science teacher Maureen Hickman, a professional in her studies, told the commissioners that the animal in question, in her opinion, from looking at the DNA results, was a hybrid offspring of a dog or a coyote. It could have possibly have been a wolf. But Maureen went on to state, this is where it gets crazy. The reason that Maureen believes that it could have been a hybrid is because the DNA collected at the scene and from the dogs, it contained Miss Hamilton's blood and the blood of the perpetrator. There was blood. So somehow she injured this animal, or it was injured, whatever attacked her. But the DNA collected at the scene, Maureen stated, the DNA of the female was a canine, but the male of the DNA was inconclusive and could not be determined. This is the same results that Melba Ketchum and Scott Carpenter found in the DNA testing they done also.
Boom. There you go.
There you go. See? The professionals know.
Right.
And didn't
But
they
then,
say that the footprints or the prints were bipedal?
It was speculated that they were bipedal, and they appeared to be bipedal around the body from the blood on the
Yep.
footprint.
Yeah.
yes. And there was, now how long before she was attacked did they start seeing this creature?
Okay, so people in the neighborhood
Mhm.
were reporting seeing this black creature approximately a month before she was attacked.
Wow.
The lady that we mentioned earlier up above, I'm trying to think of her name, she mentioned it approximately a week before Melba Ketchum's death, and then we have the
Right.
911 call that came in 3 days before the attack.
Right. And it was the neighbor, wasn't it? It was like the next door neighbor or the people that the yard she was in.
It was the people in her immediate area. So
Okay.
that's what made me believe that she was actually being stalked by this creature, because
It
With
knew
her
her
routine.
It knew her routine. Yep.
right, I mean,
Yes,
it had been there approximately 30 days. Numerous people had seen it. It was new to the area. But there was another part that they don't talk about either that I thought was really, really important. But if you go back and look at it, they don't even talk about this. There was a guy that seen this creature, probably, as well at least as Miss Hamilton. He said he took his trash out, right? He was taking his trash out. We're going to go by his first name because I don't know if I should be releasing all this of how I got it, but we're going to call him Jim. So Jim was taking his trash out, right? He lives just a little ways down the road. He witnessed what he said was a black creature walked out of the wood line. He turned around, looked from the middle of his yard after taking the trash out. He said the trash had scraps in it, from him and his wife's dinner. He placed the scraps in the trash can. He was walking back to the house. He hears something rummaging in the trash. He turns around. He witnesses something approximately 8 foot tall that resembles a dog tearing through his trash, trying to get the food.
Wow.
So there's multiple sightings of this creature before she was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before she was fatally attacked.
And partially consumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And it
mean,
gets worse. It gets worse than that.
anything that's going to partially consume you
While you're alive.
while you're alive is scary and should be talked about.
Yes, it's terrifying.
This creature moved into this area and it stalked its prey.
Yep.
A lot of people don't talk about this either. But it's not uncommon in this area for cryptid reports to come into the police department, and has never been uncommon. It's actually pretty common in this area. You have to ask yourself also, why did it pick her? Was it because she was older? Is it because she was more frail? She would be an easier target. And then you
Yep.
have to ask yourself, why did it wait 30 days?
Right.
Waiting for the
And
opportunity.
and why did it choose a human and not a deer that's easily accessed in the woods for probably an animal like this?
Right.
I'm sorry, but wolves, they hunt in packs, hybrid or not,
Yeah.
and there was only one creature seen. And I mean, even if this was a lone wolf, they
Lone
don't
wolves
walk
don't
by,
do that. No.
right. They're not bipedal.
And they don't do that. Like a lone wolf can't hunt by itself. They just don't know how, they don't have the skills like a whole pack.
Right.
Well, I think what bothered everybody and hit the hearts of a lot of people in this encounter was Miss Hamilton was a Christian. She was a school teacher. She was loved by everybody. She was a teacher for 51 years, and most recently at the Pungo Christian Academy. She, was well known to everybody, and we're going to talk about how violent her attack was here in a minute. So if anybody doesn't want to hear that, I wouldn't hold that against you at all. She was attacked at about 5:30 a.m. on February 15th while walking her dogs on the Pantego community at about 135 miles east of Raleigh, according to the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office press release. In the early morning, I think fits into the theory I have with the moon and the low light attacks. You have the early morning, you have the low light. Predators hunt whenever they have, the advantage. I think it used the low light against her. The only strange thing is her dogs weren't hurt. You would think her dogs would have tried to defend her.
They
Now,
might have. That's how the thing got hurt. The creature.
that's a good theory. That could have been the damage that was done to it, and how they did collect the DNA. Is one of her dogs maybe did bring blood
Yep.
on this creature?
Because dogs will protect their owner no matter what.
And even,
See, I think
go ahead.
they were scared.
Mhm.
Amanda's got a good theory because I mean she's right. Most dogs do protect their owners.
Yep.
But when it comes to cryptids like this, I think they know and I think they sense it and I think they were scared and they ran. But Who knows?
They
Can
might
you
have tried
imagine?
to.
Can you imagine? And I'm not, trying to make this worse. I'm just trying to make people realize. Can you imagine? And I know we can't, but it runs through my mind. What did she see in the moments up to when it attacked her? She was at the complete mercy of whatever this was, lying there alive. And this thing was eating her alive, guys. She was being eaten while she was laying there alive by something we may not even be able to fathom. Hello, Wolf Lady. Welcome to the chat. By something we probably couldn't even imagine, because the Bible even says that these things are going to cause young men's hearts to fail them. Imagine what she was looking upon. I mean, yeah, we go to the woods and we do boots on the ground, but worst case scenario, I hear something's thrown at me, but very rare
Oh, okay, sunshine.
do we have that encounter to where we see it verifiably and say, what is that? I mean, we got some good photos and stuff, but you have to know that she's not only seeing this thing, guys. This thing is in the act of killing her. She is being murdered.
Yeah,
And
Rebecca said, why didn't it go after the dogs?
That's a very good question.
I'll answer that in just a little bit, Rebecca. I'll give you my theory on it because I found some new information, and it even made me a little more hesitant to go boots on the ground. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Mhm. I would
I
imagine,
think,
Mike.
well, I think
Yeah.
I have gotten pretty lucky because a lot of people say that they won't attack you. Now, let's not to get off subject, but just to discuss this just a little bit, right? We know that she was a devout Christian.
Yes.
She taught at a Christian school. She would be saved. And she was still physically attacked and consumed alive. So, but we also have to remember we live in a world of sin, and everything's not going to work out the way we want it to every time. I mean,
Right.
there is evil in the world, and
True.
what she went through, I don't even pretend to understand. I'm so sorry. Hey, Puck, Wedgie, good to see you. Hey, Jim, I'm so sorry that her family had to go through this, and I'm even more sorry that they're not able to get answers. They still do not have answers, guys.
Absolutely. Prayers for the family. That's horrible.
It's terrible. And you look at it like this too, and so a family in the area, right? A family in the area told investigators they were awakened. And guys, if you do not want to hear this, you can excuse yourself from chat. I wouldn't blame you. I know that even Sky and I talked about this earlier. She knows this is not one that I like doing. But it has to be done because if it helps somebody out there not take an early morning walk by themselves and this happened to them, then it's worth at least putting it out there. So a family in the area told investigators they were awakened by their dogs barking by the road. They investigated and they found Miss Hamilton, who was lying in a ditch, submerged to her shoulders in water. The sheriff's office release said Brenda Hamilton was found in a state that none of the officers had ever witnessed before. EMS personnel arrived to find Miss Hamilton suffering from catastrophic injuries to both arms, both legs, her scalp, and her abdomen area, according to the release. A considerable amount of blood was also... This, guys, this is where you start seeing problems in the case. A considerable amount of blood in a catastrophic attack like this would be assumed to be found in the area, right? But to the surprise of the medical examiners and to the police, the investigators, there was not hardly any blood found in the area. And the dogs that were in the area displayed no signs of aggression whenever the EMS or police arrived. So we're going to go deeper down that here in just a second. But what do y'all think about that?
Could you imagine what the EMS was thinking or feeling and what the emotions were that were going through their mind? This is in a car accident, you know, where this
Yeah.
was a mistake and somebody was out drinking and driving. This was a brutal, brutal attack. And you're
And
thinking, my God, what in the hell was this? What did this to this poor woman?
And that she
and,
sustained while she was alive.
Alive.
and she
Yeah,
was alive.
she didn't die till she was in the hospital.
Yep. She died like 3 days later.
She was still alive.
So just using one of these ladies, what do you think about this? Go back and look at the Amber Miller case, Cott County, Tennessee, right? Her calf was completely ripped off of her leg. Her
Oh my
arms
gosh.
were almost completely removed. And the dogs on the scene when they arrived were not aggressive. Identical
Right.
attack wounds almost to Miss Hamilton. And guess
Yeah.
what? Unidentified canine in that case also.
Yep.
Yeah.
The department took 14 DNA samples from the pets and dogs in the area, but they found no match to any of them. After the completion of all the testing and the review of the scientific and circumstantial evidence in the case, we're unable to make a definitive determination as to what kind of canine attacked Miss Hamilton, said the department. But we are sure in saying that 50% of the DNA collected was of canine origin. The other 50% collected was not on file.
Right there. They're saying it right there.
Not on file.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is where this hybrid is coming into place because, okay, so we know it's half canine. What is the other half? Are we thinking? So this is why are they drawing the conclusion of wolf or coyote? Because that would come up in the bank.
Exactly.
You know,
I think they want you to be dumb and
Yeah.
Yeah.
not understand
Yep.
in a sense and think that this was just some lone wolf
Yep.
that was
Or a dog
walking
or a pack
around.
of dogs.
Right.
well, tonight we're going to aggravate them a little bit. Trust me, we're going to release something that's not been released before. And I think, Sky, that you might be able to even relate to it.
Oh, really? How is
Yep.
that? Well, I'll
Let's
wait.
just, yeah, you'll like it. So, this right here, guys, what I'm fixing to go over with you guys is what I found out on my own. What we just talked about was some of it. This is where I go beyond the case. This is where I've done the extra investigating. So, really, what you're looking at is a lack of typical canine DNA evidence. Despite collecting 33 items for testing, investigators found no conclusive evidence pointing to a specific dog or a breed. Mitochondria DNA testing revealed domestic canine DNA, but they could not pinpoint the exact father of whatever attacked Miss Hamilton. I was able to find that. Unusual wound patterns, guys. I found this also that was not put in the case. Do you want to say anything about what I just said before we move on, guys? Holler at me if you do.
Nope. I'm good.
No, I'm good, but I'm interested in the chat. I mean, this is such an interesting, crazy case that, if there's anybody in chat that wants to say something or put a theory out there, we're willing to listen as well.
Oh, absolutely. Unusual Wound patterns. Brenda's injuries were severe and atypical. They were leading to speculate that the attacker's identity. The wounds that were more extensive than typical dog bites, fueling speculation about possible hybrid or unusual animal malevolency and involvement. A professional was brought on the scene that stated she believed that it was a hybrid wolf. In fact, she was willing to give more information on it, and she was dismissed from the case, saying that her services were no longer needed, that the three-letter alphabet had it under control, and that there was no hybrid animals in the area. She continued to stand on the side of the public and help them try to determine what hybrid animal was out there, that she was so sure that it was. She was later then threatened with lawsuits and arrest time from the city if she continued to protest a hybrid animal, and was made to leave town.
Wow. You heard nothing, you saw nothing.
You
Yep.
don't go against them, huh?
Oh no.
Never.
We know that witnesses and description of animal behavior were reports of unusual animal behavior around the time of the attack, but these have not been conclusively linked to the incident. And the reason that I said that is because they were all written off and they were not taken seriously. Now, here we go, guys. At the scene of the attack, and Sunshine, this is for you. I know you've wondered this, and I went hard in the paint on this one. At the scene of the attack, one of the police officers had made a notation in his report that in the road where her body was found, there was a dead nutria. Now, one of the weird things of this dead nutria is they're not found in this area.
What is a nutria?
It's a small rodent. It looks like a rat. It's like a large
Okay.
rat.
Good
Okay.
question, Sky. I was thinking the same thing.
I'm like, what in the world?
Right. They're not
I've never
found
heard
in
of
this
them.
area. Yeah, they're not in
Okay.
this area. But
Okay.
Miss Hamilton is found, and this nutria is there.
And
So
it's dead next to her, right?
it's dead next to her. It does not belong in the area.
Interesting.
It was so weird. The police officer even documented the nutria being in the area. Okay.
Right.
That is strange.
Now,
Does Dogman have a pet rat?
oh, I'm going to take you all down a trail that y'all are going to think that I'm crazy.
Hunter.
So, are y'all ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Here's my theory. Sunshine, Herbert. So we know at the scene, I want to share this with you first, and this is where I think, Sky, you're going to find this most interesting. The wounds that were found on Miss Hamilton were atypical and abnormal because they were surgically done. They were not the ripping and tearing of any kind of animal. They were done with surgical precision.
Really?
She was missing organs at the
Jeez.
arrival at the hospital,
No wonder she died.
according to the report. There was very little
Did they-
blood at
Did
the
they say
scene.
which ones?
No, they
Which
didn't
organs?
specify.
Okay.
No. There was very little blood. I mean, it was reported there was very, very, very little blood at the scene. EMTs, the police, and everybody could not believe there was not a lot of blood there because, I mean, we are talking catastrophic injuries, right?
Yeah.
Severe trauma. There should be severe blood loss. You're not seeing that. There's hardly any blood, in fact, they said, and hardly any on her, or unfortunately at the time when they found her. Now,
Interesting.
we have the nutria, we have the lack of blood, and we have the consumption. She was consumed. So my theory would be this, and you probably know why. When I say this, you guys are going to know why I brought this up earlier. Okay, y'all get my crazy mind now. So here you go, Sunshine. I know Sunshine. This has bothered her for a long time, guys. So here we go. Miss Hamilton gets up in the morning. She's going on her walk. She's got her dogs with her. It's a routine walk. She's used to doing this, right? That particular morning, she doesn't know that she's been stalked for 30 days. She doesn't know that there's a monster following her, paralleling her on every morning that she's out. But this is going to be the morning it's unfortunately going to take her life. She gets to an area to where the creature attacks her. The lack of blood in the area would suggest to me that she was not murdered right there, that she was actually taken somewhere where all of this happened to her. You get what I'm saying? She didn't die here. It grabbed her and removed her from that area. It removed her and done whatever it done. It surgery, whatever it done, it removed the organs, whatever it done, it consumed her. And I believe it done it underground in a cave. And I believe that whenever it brought her body back, like on the 411, why they do this, I don't know, and left her to be found. That because this creature had taken her underground to where the nutria are not found in this area, there was a nutria in the cave system, because I believe the cave systems are all hooked together. Nutria love to live in damp underground areas. I believe she was taken. She was taken underground. Whatever was done to her underground, and then her body was later returned to the ditch where she was found in the water. That's all that makes sense.
Wow. Interesting.
Did she have any dirt or anything on her, like that would have? Oh yeah, she was in water. Never mind.
Yeah, she was in a muddy ditch. So what do y'all think? What do you think, Amanda? What's your thoughts?
I think that is something that could have happened, but I honestly think that the thing just attacked her right there where she was.
But you got to remember, catastrophic injuries. She would have had major arteries would have been severed.
Yeah.
Removing organs in itself would have been.
Yeah, true. Because it would have done that all out in the open where somebody could have seen.
Right. It matches almost the cattle stuff, don't it, Kristen?
Well, if you've got precision openings, then yeah, it does. It matches very well.
Cattle mutilations.
Right.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean, and that's what the report's reading, is that the incisions are precision. Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Yeah.
yes.
That is fascinating. I don't
Herbert
know.
said, "Where was the dog barking?"
The dogs were at the neighbor's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Was
So
there ever any screaming heard from the neighbors? Was that in the report at all?
No.
no screaming.
See, that is
And there would
fascinating to me. Oh
definitely
my
be
goodness, look
screaming.
what you just put up.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. My computer's being goofy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here in a minute.
What
I
is
look
that,
like a
Shine?
witch. Well, we might
So
think it's a witch.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we're gonna jump. I'm gonna put her on the spot here in just a minute. So do you think
Oh boy.
it happened there?
I think your theory is possible because if that's what it says in the report and there's precision incisions, then yes, I think that it's very possible that this could have been very similar to like a cow mutilation. Because if there's organs missing,
Yep.
and then there's your answer right there.
It
It's
doesn't
just
make
such a
sense to me.
crazy, it doesn't make sense to me. It's a crazy case.
Yeah, this case is
that there
like,
could be
You think it's going to
so much
go one way and
damage.
it goes to completely, it turns left.
yep.
It's almost like the guy that wakes up in the bathtub full of ice, right?
It's
Yes.
unbelievable is what it is. But
Without his
unfortunately,
kidneys.
yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, there was a man in the desert 15 years ago that was found with no
Without his
kidneys.
kidneys?
Yes. In Vegas,
right.
or in Nevada.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine, it was the neighbors. They called 911 after their dogs alerted them to her being in the ditch. So Sky, would you like to talk about that? That's up to you. Do you want to talk about your encounter?
Which one? I've had two. I've had a witch
The
encounter apparently, and then I've had
let's
an alien encounter.
let's talk about the witch.
If anybody ever wants me to talk about the alien encounter, I was 14 years old and it was a crazy story.
Oh, you're going to
Oh,
talk about that too, because I'm going to line you up with somebody else that's had an encounter.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm working on that.
how long ago was this, Mike? Like a month ago, maybe?
I think so.
The picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
Yeah,
showed him and
she's going to set
Sharon.
it. Yeah, I'm going to let her set up the story, and then I'll throw the picture up, and then
Oh, okay.
it's
So
pretty crazy.
so about a month ago I was outside and oh, hold on just a second.
She had a visitor at her house, Amanda, that she didn't want there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she got a
So
photograph of it.
Oh, my gosh.
I was going to the oh no, I went outside and you know how Mike always hears those really strange kind of like pelican? What are those noises, Mike?
They almost sound like a crane.
Like a crane. They're crane noises or something. I don't know what those are, but in some of Mike's videos, you can hear those in some of the beginning of his videos. Well, I heard that and I was on the phone with Sharon, Nancy, and Mike. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so strange. Because it was the night that you were investigating, you had heard that noise. And then I heard it in my yard. And I thought that was so weird. So I have a chicken coop and it's probably about, 80 feet off the back porch of my house. And I was hearing some strange noises over there and I took a picture. And Mike's got that picture.
So you just stepped out and kind of snapped this photo, right?
Right.
And here you go, guys. This is what she saw.
Oh, my gosh, Sky.
I
I
know.
put your
That was in your
I put
yard?
your name on it to give you credit for it.
That
Thank
was
you.
just in your yard?
Yes, it was standing next to my chicken coop. See,
Oh,
okay, so
my.
to the right of it, there's a window about just to the right of it. You could see the window pane, see the
Yeah, I
two
see
like
it. I see the window.
okay. So you can kind of gauge about how tall this thing is. The
Yeah, it's
fence,
hecka tall.
the fence is about 4 feet in height. Oh, if you look over that fence, you could see something else too, Mike.
hmm There's a lot going on in this
There's a
photo.
lot going on in this picture.
There is
And
a lot going on here. It looks like a bear creature, sort of.
you think so?
Yeah,
It
like its
reminds me
face looks like a
of
bear.
Leatherface.
Yeah, or something like it's got a mask on. I don't know. It kind of looks like it has a snout or like a pig thing.
Yeah,
So
that
what I
was
done?
standing next to my chicken coop, you guys.
Oh, heck no. I'd be like, I'm going back in the house now.
Oh, I did.
So well she sent me that photo, and we got the photo lightened up. And
Mm-hmm.
when you show the photo lightened up, which is right here,
It looks even.
do you see the little boy looking out the top of the window?
In the
Yes,
top,
I
in the top
do.
window pane? Is
I
that what
do
you're?
see it.
There's a
I can
little boy, and he looks like he's wearing a preacher's collar.
I can see
Yes, I
somebody
see
in the
him.
second one too. There's like a face in the second one too.
Hmm. There's a
And there's
lot going
something in the
on.
background too.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this picture.
Yeah.
Michelle
There's
says
not
it's a
just one.
cryptid party.
It's a
Yeah.
cryptid party in your backyard, Sky.
I know.
The wolf lady says, "Bless you, Sky. That's very intriguing."
I
Did you see
know.
it physically? Also, Tammy wants to know, Sky.
No. Thank God.
You didn't see it before you took the photo.
No, but I heard stuff going on over there. There was definitely some strange noises going on in my yard that night.
You live
Sharon was
on
scared to death.
you live on a farm, right? Or like a
Yeah. Yeah. I have horses, a barn,
okay.
chicken coop. Yeah.
Yep, they're attracted to your animals.
I've wondered that.
I think they're attracted to Sky.
Or that too.
Well, I've
But
had
they
it. So this house, I actually bought it from my grandmother. And this is actually the house that I had my encounter when I was 14.
Oh, really?
Yes. But I'll save that because it's a really good story. And my cousin who had the encounter with me, she may come on and talk with me.
Oh, cool.
I know.
If you want to
Can't
do that,
wait
let
to
me
hear
know.
that.
We'll set up a date. We'll set up a time.
Okay.
Yes, do
We
that.
can do that.
Okay.
We can do that.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh,
there's
it's
definitely something
crazy.
there.
It's a long story. You
So,
guys are gonna have to get a drink and a popcorn. It's a good one.
so have you had anything else at your house happen lately? Anything
Sharon
out of the
just asked me
ordinary?
that
Or?
too, and I told her I haven't been looking, I haven't been checking, I haven't been taking pictures.
Sky's like, I don't want to take pictures anymore. Look what pops up.
So Sky, what's going to happen whenever you come down and go boots on the ground with me, and you get a hitchhiker?
Well, it wouldn't. They'd probably have to be friends with my cryptids, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They'll have to get
But wouldn't that
along
be
or they'll fight.
scary?
Yeah.
You know, that could be a long, scary 4-hour drive or whatever. You know,
Yeah. I'm a tough girl.
you might have company. You might have company.
They'll keep me company.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
have somebody to talk
I
to
think
that
you're
way.
gonna
Exactly. I hate driving.
keep you busy.
Yeah.
So is everybody in chat ready to see Sky's reaction, guys, to coming down here, experiencing what I get to experience, to get to go out and
Could you imagine?
to be there?
She's gonna love it. And then I'm coming too.
Heck yeah.
She's gonna get a taste of it.
Amanda, you've got to come.
Yeah, I will.
I think
That
I'll
would be
take
cool if
Sky
we
down
went at
there
the same time.
where I got
know.
lost. That way I could trip one of you.
Then we can push Mike in front of the cryptids and run.
Yep. That's what we're going to
But
do.
you're forgetting something. I know my way around down there.
Dang it.
I know.
We'll have to use him to get out though.
I know.
Yeah, you can get turned around pretty fast down there. I think Sky said she wanted the ultimate, so
Yep, I did.
probably even where I got lost last night, Sky, you know, and all that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to take you even further than that in then, if that's what you want to do.
All right, let's go. They'll probably react differently with me down there.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, I'm sure.
And Amanda too.
I'm sure they will.
They'll be like, "Oh, a female."
I'm sure
Ooh, la la.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be. It should be adventurous for sure.
Yeah, when
That's
Mike
right,
brought
Wolf
his
Lady. We'll give
sister.
her some good old Oklahoma experience. Oh yeah, my sister will not go. My daughter won't go anymore. They're done with that.
Yeah, because they've seen too much scary stuff.
That's
Where
right.
is,
Hard to please. He said we will even have more for my courage. Yeah, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to handle it. That's what I'm ready to see.
If Sarah and Kaylee could do it, I could do it.
Yep, so could I.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody can do it once.
I go out.
They just don't want to do it again.
I never go on myself.
But it
though.
was.
I've done it before.
You have?
Yeah, boots on the ground. Yes.
By yourself?
Not by myself. No, never by myself. I always make
okay.
somebody go with me.
That's good. I don't think females should go by themselves.
I don't either. and I wouldn't go by myself.
Yeah,
It's too
probably not a
scary.
good idea.
Right.
I mean, if you're a female, I wouldn't, especially where I go out here. I mean, there's nobody around.
Right.
I think that would
Scott
be a bad
Carpenter
idea.
definitely stressed that a lot on his channel.
Yes, he
Don't
did.
go by yourself as a woman. It's not smart.
Nope, because they are
Right.
attracted to women.
They are. And I mean, think about all the stories with the Indians back in the day where they
Yep.
were stealing women and
Yep.
children.
Yeah.
What's going to make them, maybe not?
Bone
Yeah,
tomahawk.
you could still carry.
Yeah.
I mean,
bone
we all
tomahawk.
carry.
Yeah, exactly. I carry too, even though in
Mhm.
California I'm not allowed to.
In Texas, we can.
Well, I don't carry
Yeah.
out on the street because I can't, but I
Right, right.
yeah.
But you will if you're going to Oklahoma.
Yes, I will.
The witch is holding something in her hand, Sharon said. Sharon, it's probably the stick that it wrote Sky's name with the other night at the lake.
Oh my gosh.
I bet it's the same witch.
Oh my gosh.
She found
This
you,
is
Sky.
craziness. I know.
Yeah, Hard to Please wants to know about that, Sky. What do you think about that, Sky? Your name getting wrote down there on the crate.
I think it's insane.
Yeah, we were talking about it. It's hard to
Mhm.
believe.
Very crazy.
Do you want to
Definitely
go to that
Looney
spot
Tunes.
while you're down? Do you want to go there while you're down?
Sure.
Sure.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
I'll go. Why not?
So
I don't see any
what
guys
spots?
volunteering to do it.
Yeah, guys.
What spots do you want to go to? What spots do you want to go to? If out of all the places I go, just name an occurrence. I'll know where you're talking about. Where do you want to go when you come down? Where would you like to go?
Well, I'm going to leave that up to you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have a spot
You
like
know the area.
how about the Haunted Bridge? Do you like that place?
Oh,
Yeah.
that one actually does kind of scare me a little bit.
That one
Sharon hates that place.
Oh, I don't blame her. I don't blame Sharon for that one. And
By
she's
the
been
well.
watching all. Oh yeah, by the well. That might be cool.
You want to go to the well? Are we going to do some wide open adventure filming too?
Yeah.
Go
of
do
course,
some
that
catfish. Do some catfishing.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think
Amanda
that would be
will.
a lot of fun.
I'll go
Thought we lost you.
catfishing.
Oh, I'm checking the
I've
yard.
never caught a catfish.
Oh. Well, Amanda, you're going to eat some catfish. I'll cook you some catfish.
Okay.
See if we can get Sky to eat
Amanda,
some
do you eat
catfish.
fish?
I don't eat meat or anything. I only eat
Oh, you're a
vegetables.
vegan.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
know
wow.
that.
So if I was to cook a steak down there, you're out on the steak, right?
Yeah, I won't eat that.
Do you eat
Really?
like tofu and?
I don't eat tofu and stuff. No, I just eat
Okay.
a lot of vegetables and fruits
Yeah,
and pastas.
good for you.
Sky Infinite 7 thinks you should go out with me on Halloween night and go with Boots on the Ground.
Oh heck
right.
no!
Oh
That's
my
the
goodness.
worst night of the year. Or
I don't-
Friday the 13th.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I
Friday
don't
the
think she'd
13th
want to
would be
do that.
fun.
Yeah. We'll get a date figured out, and we'll everybody will get to see your first reaction because we'll be live. So everybody's going to get to see your true reaction.
Could you imagine?
I think it's going to be more than you think. I really do. I think that it's going to be an interesting show. I really do. I think you'll be surprised.
So what do you guys
Well,
think
guys,
about
that's
this
about all I
case?
got for.
What do you think
About
about the
what?
end of this case? Mike, what was your theory is you think that this is similar to a cattle mutilation?
Yeah, I definitely don't think that it happened where her body was found. I think that with the catastrophic injuries like that, organ removal, being consumed, arterial bleeds, it should have been a mess.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially with her still being alive. that would even make me even believe more that there would have been more blood, because her heart would have been pumping the blood. So it, because I mean, you could have speculated, if she wouldn't have been alive, that she had had a heart attack, died, and then something consumed her. But seeing
But
as
she was alive.
she was alive when they found her, she
Yeah.
lived for 3 days. We know that there was a pulse.
Yep.
So with a pulse, with that much injury, there should have been blood everywhere.
And
And
you
seeing
think
How
that
can
there
you
was
live
not
without
blood
an
everywhere.
organ? How can you live without an organ?
Well, organs can be, it may not have been a liver or a heart or a kidney.
Oh,
It could
okay.
have been an eye. Eyes are considered organs. So,
Oh, okay.
in
well, and then the
other
partially
things of
eaten
the
part.
body can be called organs.
Oh, okay.
The
You know,
partially eaten part is really strange
Yeah.
from what
for
I
having
gathered,
incision.
her head, the scalp of her head, was removed and eaten.
Oh,
A large
that's
portion of
horrible.
her stomach, large portions of her arms and legs, and her arms were barely attached, just like Amber Miller.
Right.
Gross.
And they said that there was so many bite marks on her, they couldn't even count them.
Yeah.
Right. It almost, I think the nutria is the key to the puzzle that says that this thing that attacked her,
I agree with that,
it
Mike.
what
I think that's a
it
key.
wasn't. I think that's the key, because I mean, this creature we know wasn't in the area. This creature shows up 30 days prior to the attack. The creature happens to stalk her. I'm saying that this creature came from underground. He saw her. The Bible would arguably, with a lot of people, would back that, because it says that, at the end of times, at the days of Noah, that things will come upon the earth. I believe that is from within the earth. I believe that this thing came from a cave system that covers the United States, like they've been talking about. D.A. Roberts is very, very knowledgeable about that.
The cave
And
system?
yeah, I believe that's
Yeah.
where this thing came from.
Yeah.
I believe it came out of the cave. I believe it took her to an area that it felt comfortable to do what it was going to do. I mean, we could even go down and say this thing drank her blood if we wanted to.
Yeah, because she didn't have any blood.
Wow.
Yeah, because they said there was hardly any blood in her body. So, but then again, she could have bled out wherever the creature took her.
That's true.
Herbert, that area, from what I could find, it is not uncommon to have reports in that area, but that creature has not been spotted since, nor the howls that it was making after it done that. So, another argumentative thing is that this creature has a very high IQ, like we speculate that they do. And after it done what it done, it went back in and it moved on.
Yeah, they
Yep.
seem to, if you follow other cases similar to this one, which there are. In fact, there's one in Louisiana that's not that old, and the case is very similar to this one. It's an unknown creature that comes into their area that nobody's ever seen before, and it's kind of there, and then it's gone.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's like it shows up and leaves.
shows up and leaves. Very interesting. If you put your bullet
And
points and you
people's,
match them with all these cases, they're all very similar.
oh yeah, they almost follow a pattern.
Yes. And the FBI and the CIA, they're not stupid. They follow these.
No.
Exactly. They know about it. That's why they say the 3-letter agencies come into play.
Yep. Exactly.
They know more than we do. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We are going to be boots on the ground tomorrow night for everybody in chat right now. There is a scheduled boots on the ground tomorrow night. So I'll be going out, seeing if one of these things will eat me. It makes it hard to go out when you do these kind of shows and you talk about real
I would
cases
imagine.
and what happens
And
to
then you
people.
go out there.
Because well, there's always a first time, right? I mean, it may decide that tonight's the night that it takes me out. and that's always in the back of my mind.
Well, we'll
It
be praying
won't
for
be.
you.
So
Yeah, exactly. There's too many people praying for you.
I appreciate that. But it's scary, and there's no guarantees ever that when you go out there you're not going to get hurt and that you're going to come
Right.
home. So I'll leave it
Right.
with you guys. Amanda, that's all I've got. Do you want to add anything to the story? Any ideas or anything that you want to
No,
add before we jump off this one?
nope. I just want to say hi to everyone in chat and thank you for being here and that I love you all. And God bless.
And the same for me, everyone. Thank you for being here. Good night, and thank you. If you follow these cases, you will notice a pattern. I promise you. It's very interesting, and very scary.
I think so too. And guys, I want to add something even further on this. If I can do this, I don't know. July is going to be pivotal for abnormal investigations. July, we are either going to pursue this channel further, more investigations, maybe do a little traveling, but we're going to reevaluate the channel in July. So keep me, your moderators, in prayer that we do the right thing and that everything turns out for the best for everybody. And anything you want to add to that, ladies, before we end this night?
Nope, just good night and God bless you all.
Yes. Good night and
Simple
God
enough.
bless. Yep.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. As always, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. And until next time, I probably wouldn't be walking outside in the dark, especially alone.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Don't
But
let your
Amanda,
grandma walk in the dark either.
Don't let
that's
your
right.
grandmas walk in the dark.
And roll the window down for her at Walmart. But anyways,
Yes.
guys, thank you for joining us tonight. Amanda, Sky, thank you for being here. I had a great night, and we will see you all tomorrow night on the Boots on the
All
Ground.
right.
We'll see you
All right.
later.
Sounds good. Good night.
Good night.
In the heart of the night, where the shadows play, Stephen Michael Bickey lighting up the way. Abnormal investigations, whispers in the trees. With boots on the ground, I'm chasing mysteries. Shining lights into the dark, unveiling what's unseen. Through the haunting silence, I walk where others dream. I'm on the ancient woods, where legends come alive. I'll uncover the truth, feel the shadows strike. Footsteps on the trail, echoes in the night, searching for the secrets hidden from the light. Cryptids roam the wild under the moon's embrace. With every rustle in the leaves, I feel their haunting grace. Shining lights into the dark, unveiling what's unseen. Through the haunting silence, I walk where others dream. Among the ancient woods, where legends come alive, I'll uncover the truth, feel the shadows strike. Each night a new adventure in the depths of the unknown. With passion in my heart, I'll walk this path alone. But with every discovery, I know I'm not afraid. For in the woods of wonder, true wonders are made. Shining lights into the dark, unveiling what's unseen. Through the haunting silence, where the strange comes to be, with boots firmly planted on where I'm meant to be.